Hello everybody, Jack J or Jackson here, and today we are going to talk about Lily Orchard's old writing tips that used to be on Twitter. As a disclaimer, these are old, and in no way am I insinuating she still believes this anymore, or this is all she believes. This video is in good fun and a way to get myself back into video making. Now that that's understood, let's get into the video. Now, to explain how this is going to work, I'm going to read the prompt out, and then I'll give my thoughts on it. Let's begin. Number 1, don't worry about spoilers. If your story is good, spoilers aren't going to make it any less enjoyable. If spoilers make a story less enjoyable, that means you are relying on cheap shock value as a shortcut. Now, if you spoil your own story, what purpose does anyone have to read it? You are setting yourself up for failure and disappointment. People go in with unreal expectations for your story if you split the bag too soon. God, this list isn't looking great already. I'm not looking forward to the next stuff. Number 2, the middle point of the story is the best time to get a main couple together. Are you working on a 5-season show? Put your main couple together halfway through season 3. The final is the worst time because we won't get any time to enjoy the payoff. In a way, I agree. You should not wait till the end to smash two characters together unless the relationship is the point of the storyline or arc of that show. If the relationship is the main focus, the end of the show is the perfect time to let the characters be. The story was leading to this. They are happy and live happily ever after, you know? But I understand it's not what most people would want if it's not the point of the show. Number 3, friends to lovers is better than enemies to lovers every time. Subjective. My God. Enemies to lovers can be handled masterfully, and friends to lovers requires less narrative effort in the long run. These characters have already had history together, and all you have to say is, yeah, they like each other. What if they like each other more? Enemies to lovers starts from a place of hate or rivals' respect. You have to build them into... Okay, I'm rambling. Again, this tip is purely subjective, Lily. Number 4. Victims of abuse moving away from the negative impacts of their abuse, i.e. Zuko, and becoming healthier are not redemption arcs. Okay, I agree to a point. That should not be the only point of a redemption arc. But it's a good starting and overall effect of a redemption arc. It's an arc that redeems themselves to themselves, coming up from abuse and showing themselves that they didn't deserve that, and or they can be better than what their abuser was. Number 5. Heroes refusing to kill villains who have shown to be actively trying to murder people isn't noble, it's enabling. Yes, I completely agree with this one, but this is completely subjective. This is not a tip. I can say Batman sucks till the cows come home, but that does not mean it's inherently a bad story because he doesn't kill, but imprison people. That can be written well, but it's just not my cup of tea. It's not an objective tip. Number 6. 2 women kissing in the last episode of the show after 4 to 5 seasons of trying to murder each other isn't revolutionary. It's fetishized violence. Yeah, I get the point of this one, but you can just say you don't like the newest She-Ra series. I personally love the original. I have not seen any shows that have done this, at least not mainstream shows. I've seen it in fanfiction. But again, just say you don't like a certain show instead of being spiteful. Number 7. Twitter is not an appropriate place to reveal story details. The appropriate place is in the work itself. Again, I completely agree. Never pull a J.K. Rowling and put story details on Twitter like you're pulling it out of your ass. It's a cheap way of doing it, and it shows you can't write your story effectively. Write your story and don't hold back. It makes you look lazy. Though there are exceptions for shows or books that are in countries that you can't really do that kind of stuff without it being illegal. Going outside of the script for a second, fuck TERFs, fuck J.K. Rowling. Fuck it. No. Get out of here with that bullshit. I feel like I'm agreeing to a lot of these, at least partially. Number 8. When a character's body count is over 10,000 innocent lives, then a character is no longer redeemable. I agree to an extent. If the character knows what they are doing and are completely coherent, then no. There is no redemption for that character. But again, you can just say you don't like the diamonds from Steven Universe. Going on to that point, number 9. Tip 8 does not apply to characters who making them the villain was a stupid, idiotic idea, i.e. Sylvanas Windrunner. At that point, it's just character derailment. I don't know what that series is. But what determines that it's an idiotic choice? That only comes down to, hey, I don't like this, so it's stupid. At this point, let's just move on. Number 10. Everything in a story is there because the creator wished it to be. Trying to explain away bigoted story decisions using world building is a fallacy because you put it there to begin with. I agree. Full stop. When it comes to any community, your writing shouldn't be vicious to the people of those communities. Though if it's something that you went through, it's more okay than just writing ism or phobia. Any ism or phobia you want. But really, this is rich coming from Lilly. Going off script for a second. This is rich considering I've read some of her Rainbow Dash Stockholm stories. Not very good for intersex people, you know. Quick warning, I like to poke at Stockholm a lot in this video, apparently. And these, series of videos. So, I don't know why I was talking so much about it, but just a heads up. Numbers 11, 12, and 13 are connected. I am going to just read them all in succession, and I'll go on from there. Number 11, don't pair adults with minors. That's pedophilia. Don't sexualize teenagers. Number 12. Number 13, don't make up weird anime excuses for sexualizing teenagers or teenage characters. Actually, 1000, it's a fusion, age of consent in X country is C Rule 10. That one being, it's there for a reason. Off script again, I completely fucking agree with this. Sorry about my language. I hate that they're actually 1,000. I know they look 5, but they're 20-some. Quit with that. If you're going to make adult characters, make them look like adults, or at least act like adults and sound like adults. I know there are people that look young for being adults, but that's no excuse. You have the artistic ability to shut that shit the fuck up. Just so I can stop stopping the video and saying this is off script, the rest of these, at least for this video, are going to be off script. This is just going to be me talking into the aether and hoping something sticks. I hope you enjoy my mind vomit. Number 14. Making a metaphor for gay trans ace rep is always inherently inferior to making a gay trans ace character. Completely agree. Though I understand if it's something that is going to be not allowed in the country it's being made, because a lot of places are still very homophobic, very transphobic. and they wouldn't be able to get away with that if they said it outright. But if you have full ability in that country to make a gay character, to make a trans character, say it with your full chest. Don't make it to where it's like, this character's species doesn't know what sex is for some reason. If there are humans in your story, restricting gay, trans, ace rep to non-human characters makes you a huge turd. Again, I agree with this one, but if that non-human character is written as well as the human characters, I believe that it is alright. It may feel like they are making it where, oh, this is not a normal thing, no human should be like this. I understand if it's like that, then yeah, you're a fucking turd. 16 through 22 are around the same type of tip, so I'm just going to sum it up by saying, don't stereotype people? Okay, I'm going to read off the things now. 16. If the only gay man in your work is a foppish diva, you're a huge turd. If the only lesbian in your work is a abusive rageaholic with a vague angst issues and codependent relationship on the protagonist, you're a huge turd. If your only non-binary character is a non-human shapeshifter, you're a huge turd. Just fucking say She-Ra. 19. If your only autistic character is an ethically challenged number fetishist, you're a huge turd. Sheldon, Big Bang Theory. 20. If your only black character is a volatile, angry brute, you're a huge turd. I don't have any room to talk on this. 21. If the only black woman in your cast barely gets any screen time except for being fetishized or fits Rule 20, you're a huge turd. Again, I cannot talk on this, but yeah. 22. If the only trans woman in your cast is a drag queen in all but name, you're a huge turd. Again, don't stereotype people. Just say stop stereotyping people. Oh my god. Number 23. If you force a woman to kiss her abuser, you're a huge turd. Yeah, you are. But what the fuck series does that? What series have done that? 24. If you sideline every non-white character in your cast to focus on a white boy with anger issues and a tendency toward hostility getting a redemption arc, you're a huge turd. Yeah? Okay. I agree with this, but I don't know what she could be talking about that does this. This feels so, like, out of left field. And I'm going to cut this here because I need time to actually script the rest of this. I feel like this all was me just talking, barely keeping a point. But I understood what I was saying, so I hope you guys like this video. I'm planning to make more commentaries soon. So if you'd like to see that, just like, follow, subscribe, turn notifications on, and I will hopefully see you guys next time at a normal schedule. Love you all. Goodbye.